It's January 5th, and I'm in a place with sunny blue skies, and it's 75 degrees. Well, today I'm back in Big Bend, Texas, and I'm gonna take you along with us. So we've made it. We're in Terlingua, Texas. This is the gateway to Big Bend National Park. Now, Terlingua is a funky little ghost town. They call it a ghost town. Actually, there's a lot of people that live here now. It's become kind of a hip, cool little place, a lot of artists. You need to check out the Mercantile, you need to check out the Starlight Theater, the old cemetery, and just drive around. You'll see the craziest things. There's old mines, shafts that you can look into. It's neat. If you've seen my past videos on Big Bend, you'll probably recognize this spot. We're parked in a junction of two highways. One highway goes to Terlingua and on to points west. The other highway here comes down from Alpine, Texas and goes into Big Bend National Park. And in the crook of these two highways, there's this weird little dirt park. It's got picnic tables, barbecue grills, trash cans, and just a lot of gravelly space where you can camp out in your van overnight. Now, a van is perfect here. An RV would be too. But what they don't want to see here, and there's actually a sign over there that tells you no tents, no semi-permanent structures of any kind. You can only sleep in your vehicle here, and you only can be here for 24 hours at a time. This is going to be perfect for us because tomorrow night, a string of reservations start in Big Bend National Park, and we are going to be in some of the most beautiful campgrounds and in some of the most beautiful little backcountry camping spots that the park has to offer. The first one's in the Cottonwood Campground, which is going to be really cool. It's right on the Rio Grande River. And then the next two nights, we're going to be in the backcountry of Big Bend, where you can actually 4x4 in on the maze of dirt roads that are in this park. And you can do vehicle-based backcountry camping. It's a lot like you would backpacking, except we're going to be able to do that all out of our van, which is great for our old dog Tucker, who can't go backpacking, and he couldn't ever go backpacking in a national park. It allows us to go back somewhere really wild, get some solitude, feel like we have the place to ourselves, because many of these campsites are miles from one another, and we're gonna have one all to ourselves, and it's gonna be awesome. I've spent a lot of time on recreation.gov getting these reservations figured out, and there's a plethora of campsites to choose from. Now, some are better than others, and I've explored quite a bit of them in different places. I've made an intentional point on this trip to go to some of the campsites in areas that I haven't been to yet. So we're gonna see. I think they're gonna be really nice from the descriptions and everything I've read online about them. They look awesome, but we really never know till we get there. So here we are in the crook of two highways. Not the most beautiful place, but it certainly is convenient, and it's gonna set us up perfect for another week of great camping in the Big Bend backcountry. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, Big Bend National Park, and more specifically, Terlingua, Texas. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, but right there is a gorgeous sunrise on the mountains. The sun is getting ready to come up over here. We're still in the weird little armpit of the two highways here, getting ready to have an awesome day.
Tucker, how'd you sleep? How'd you sleep?
So we had a quiet night here last night. We had one neighbor, nice guy from Arkansas, and we are gonna grab breakfast. Luckily, it is right across here at the little diner that's in the gas station, and then we are headed into the park. It's gonna be an awesome day, but we gotta get across the road.
I can't help it.
Right here? I'll take care of that in a second.
See you later. Hey, how'd you go?
Oh man, huevos rancheros. I'm stoked.
North Rim.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
All right, there it was. That was a great breakfast here at Terlingua Junction, and we are off. We're going to the park, heading towards Meveric Road and Santa Elaina Canyon.
Man, I was a little skeptical when Peter suggested we go to the gas station for breakfast, but oh my gosh, that was the best huevos rancheros I've ever had. Amazing.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take chances, right?
Yeah.
Live fast, take chances.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and today we won big.
All right, we've made it to the old Meveric Road. This is our first dirt road of this trip through Big Bend. There's gonna be many more. What do I do at most dirt roads? Air down. So I got these really cool new valve stems. They're rapid dump valve stems from Agile Off-Road. They are an all aluminum valve stem. They look really different. You pull off this big aluminum cap. Then there's this little red pull tab on the valve stem itself. Now when I pull this, I'm gonna dump about 10 to 20 PSI a second. So it goes really fast. So you don't wanna let these things go very long, but it makes my air up, air down process a lot faster because I can dump air in what would normally have taken me, you know, maybe a minute or a minute and a half to do with my ARB, air down kit. Now I can do it in a couple of seconds at the most. So here we go. That was hardly any time. What was that, maybe a second? That dropped 10 PSI. I'm gonna do it one more time. So that's about it. I dumped from 50 to 30. This is gonna be great for this kind of washboarded dirt road on the old Meveric Road. And we're set, let's go.
Well, now that we've hit the dirt, it's starting to feel like a real adventure. We're coming way back in here, going on a big hike today, and I'm excited to go check out the park. Here at the edge of Alamo Creek, Gilberto Luno raised a large family in this small house called a jacal. Gilberto Luno built this jacal and lived here until 1947 when he died at the age of 108. Luno was well known and respected among the residents of Big Bend. Wow. I mean, I can't even imagine living in here. First of all, I would hit my head all the time because it's super low, but what a construction that's built for the desert. Nice and cool and simple.
Well, that was the Meveric Road. It's taken us basically from the entrance station to right on the edge of Santa Elaina Canyon. We are close now. So we've made it through the washboard of Old Meveric Road, and we're here at the pavement now. So I'm gonna air up and we're gonna head over to Santa Elaina Canyon. All right, the parking lot here at Santa Elaina Canyon is kind of chaos, but it is gorgeous. And hopefully we get down the trail here a little bit and leave all the people behind. But what a day. It's 80 degrees, sunny, perfect. Well, here we are at Santa Elaina Canyon, right behind us. This is a really amazing canyon. It looks like it's right out of the Grand Canyon, but it's in Texas, and this is the Rio Grande River. And right on the other side there, that far bank that you can see is Mexico. It's pretty crazy that we're standing here on the edge of Mexico, and the border is actually in the center part of the river. So we technically could go halfway out the river and still be in the United States. And there's actually big penalties if you go across the river. We are gonna hike up into the canyon and explore it. It is very different than out here. It's like real deserty and dry and sagebrush and cactuses here. And as we get in there, it turns more into a lush riparian area, and there's big boulders and reeds, and it's gonna be quite a bit cooler in there. So we brought our jackets just in case. We are on these switchbacks. They're gonna go up to the secondary rim. It doesn't go all the way to the top, but it goes and takes us over this little buttress that sticks out. And the Park Service has paved all these switchbacks, so super easy. Temperature probably dropped 10 degrees from the parking lot.
It's a perfect, comfortable level.
But yeah, if it's a hot day and you're in Big Bend and you want to escape the heat, this is where you come.
Let's take a long close look when no one else can see. In a dream I was made of gold, and I knew just what to say. Let me take you far away, away from here. There's nothing other than the stars above us in a midnight sky. As long as
All right, it's about 3/4 of a mile in here to the end of the road, the end of the trail, I should say, in Santa Elaina Canyon, but it is awesome. It is so cool and nice. It's totally shady back in here. The walls are just glowing, and actually the water is higher than we've ever seen it. So we're actually considering like what it would be like to kayak through here and maybe start at the top and come down. We've actually, in the past, we've paddled up the canyon about halfway, and that was a fun trip. And this is just a great place to come, especially if it's a hot day like today. It's 80 degrees, and out in the sun it feels even hotter than that. Here in the canyon it is just really nice temperatures. So I think we're gonna hang out and eat a snack back here, and then probably start the walk back towards the van. If you're in Big Bend, check it out, Santa Elaina Canyon. Well, we had a rad time in Santa Elaina Canyon. It was awesome, and now we're over here at Cottonwood Campground. This is a kind of traditional campground. It's not one of the backcountry campgrounds, but it's a cool campground. It's out of the way. Just right over here is the Rio Grande River, and we're just a couple miles from Santa Elaina Canyon, so it's really convenient if you're exploring Santa Elaina. But tonight will be just a kind of chill night, and then tomorrow we're going into Twisted Shoe Camp, which is 90 minutes down a 4x4 road way in the backcountry of Big Bend, and it's gonna be awesome. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We are gonna be going along the southern border from Big Bend all the way across New Mexico, Arizona, into California, and I hope we see you somewhere over the horizon. Take care. Peter Holcomb signing out.